If you're thinking about joining EVE Online, you could play for free. Your friend has personally invited you to play EVE Online through the recruitment program. You can play for free as an alpha pilot with an added bonus of 1 million skill points. Actually, that's 20 days of training, so it's 20 days of training as a members account without any benefits. So the 1 million skill points will help you get a lot further. I wish I knew about this before I started. And if 20 days of free training wasn't enough, that would be able to get you into the battleship on the first day. Just crazy. You'd be able to do so much on day one with the 1 million skill points, but they also give you 50% off on your first month of membership. So if the $15 was expensive, maybe $7.50 isn't so expensive, especially if we could find a way to Plex for free. So we pay the $7.50 and then we see if we could pay for the account just by playing the game. Plus you get daily login gifts for the first 15 days you log in, and then if you want all of these amazing benefits, all you have to do is click the link in the description, and then I think you're also added to my friends list, so you could talk to me and then maybe we could help each other out in the game that is EVE Online. Alright, so we're just coming on. It says daily starter gifts. Collect rewards for 15 days and bonus skill points. Maybe we'll get some more. So a defensive module appropriate for our ship, and we gain some more skill points, or at least progress towards this. Then we have a day 3, 4, 5. Oh, destroyer skill book. We already have the destroyer skill book. Anyways, I guess we get skill points and we get rewards. It is something. So we got 6 skills completed last night. I think for this series we were just going to basically look at the skills. We're going to look at the frigate and maybe get the level 2 certificate. So that'd be a really good way to set short-term goals for your ships. That would help your beginning ships and then also help your later ships. So I already looked at this last night, but we made some footage, but we'll do some new footage. Alright, so we were doing the career agents, so we're not quite done them yet. We're on like mission like 8 out of 10 and like mission 3 out of 10. So basically we're completing the career agents. And then for the scales, if you look at the character sheet, I think these scales, if you need to buy any. So for the scale window, we could also click on our heron here. We got our heron from completing some of the objectives. I think you get them on the second mission of the basic military. So if we were to pilot the heron, then we could right click the heron. We could show information about the heron. And then the ship traits come up, so Caldari frigate bonus per skill level, 5% bonus to small hybrid turret damage, 4% bonus to all shield resistances. And if we go to the right here over to mastery, it's say mastery level achieved, the level 1 certificate. So I think these will all just give you short goals of your ship and it'll show you what all the abilities do. So we added all these last night. We could pretty much remove them here. We could re-add them here again. So we could just remove them from the queue because there's so many skills. What could you possibly train on your first days? You could probably get into industry or mining or any of the other things. So the very first skill we ended up learning was shield operation, because we got this shield from a quest. If we show information about it, the requirements, we needed to buy shield operation 1. So we would right click, we view market details. And then the skill books, they should be always available. They're always sold at the station. If they're not here, you might have to jump one jump, but oh, they're always at the station probably. So we could sort by price to get the cheapest price. There's one in the station, so we would double click it, then we would buy it, then we would inject the skill book like we have been doing. So they would give you skill books also for completing tasks. So how did we find some more skills to put on after the social skills? So if we go to our character sheet, then we go to skills, we just did the social and then negotiation and then connections and then Caldari frigate. So if we go to the social skills, you could change this to can train now or have prerequisites for. That would give you the social. So you put a social level 3, 5% bonus to standings per level. So that's good. When you complete a mission, you're going to get more standings for the agent and the corporation and the faction. And then a negotiation, we just got to level 2, so this is going to give you 10% additional pay for agents. And then connections. It's got a skill at interacting with friendly NPCs, so 4% modifier. So all of your corporations and factions, when you level that up, if you go to your character sheet, so we could actually hit this arrow to show the character again, because we don't have too much on the tree at the moment. But if you go to the interactions button, it would show you all your reputation with all of the agents and the factions. So we haven't done anything for the estate, but because we have the level 2 in the skill, we actually have a positive reputation with them. We have a positive reputation with absolutely everybody. So we're just going to go over these skills here. We could close the fitting window, then we right click the hair and then show info, and then look at the mastery. And then for spaceship command, that's pretty much all we did here. We could just go can train now, and that makes it a bit simpler. It just shows all these skills that you have. And then Caldari frigates, we train that to 3, Caldari destroyer. So we're going to actually just work on these ships, maybe just the frigate and the destroyer for now. So we could put these onto the queue. So this is going to allow us to fly different ships. So if we were to move this up, there's just not enough room, because we could drag this over. You could resize anything how big you want. Then if you go to Caldari Cruiser, we had to go to the market detail, so it cost us 1 million to buy this book. So we could just leave it right there for now. We're just going to worry about the frigate and the destroyer. We're going to level up their abilities. Show all certificates required for level 2. So now let's look at the abilities that are going to help your combat ships. Now if we right click on the Caldari frigate scale and show info, and we go attributes, it'll show training time multiplier 2 times. And if we right click the Caldari destroyer, that is also training time multiplier 2 times. So these things will train faster than most things. Considering the Caldari cruiser, if we show information, total training time is 5 times. So it's going to take longer to train these skills. So let's just focus on the lower level skills. It only takes 42 minutes. We could train it at any time. So that's the spaceship command, just basically these ships that you're going to fly for your race. So now let's add some other skills. So we're in the level 2 certificates, core spaceship specialization. This certificate represents a level of competence in the ship's CPU, power grid, and capacitator usage. This is a critical skill set for any capsuleer wishing to increase their tactical options in combat. So we actually have all these skills here. Energy upgrades, skill at installing a 5% reduction in CPU needs of modules requiring energy upgrades. So more CPU will allow you to fit more things on your ship. 5% bonus to CPU output, so that's just a straight up bonus to CPU. Then electronic upgrades, so we're not going to look through the ones that we have, we're going to look through the ones that we need to learn. Gunnery is going to give you 2% bonus to turret rate of fire. And then weapon upgrades, 5% reduction in the CPU requirement of weapon turrets, launchers, and smart bombs. So that's going to be really good. If you show information, you could say required for. It'll show this is what the level 1 has unlocked. So we could actually use all of these modules. Let's go to level 2. It unlocked the faction module, I believe. Or unlocked something, show information. Faction module. Alright, so this one's going to be more expensive than the regular one. Usually they're not recommended for early players. So basically, if we hit the back button, if we go to level 4, it unlocks the Tech 2 versions of these. So eventually we want to get it to level 4. Level 5 would give you heavy assault cruisers and another faction outfit. So let's just go add those to the skill tree then. So if we go over weapon upgrades, we can actually hover over it and it'll tell you what it does. We can click train to level 3 and it'll add it to our skill queue. So if we minimize this and put this up, we can see we have weapon upgrades on our skill queue. So that is now training. If we go down to target management, we already have all these skills for target management. Then navigation, So acceleration control. I believe we had to view the market details for this one and buy it for 50,000. So this is going to give you 5% bonus to afterburner and micro warp drive speed boost. So that's pretty cool. We could add that. That's right, we just hover over the thing and then just click on the train to level 1. And then shield tanking. So shield compensation. So we had to buy this as well. This cost us 150,000. So we already have lots of money, right? Just from the career agents. So we could go train to level 1, and then we're going to see that shield operation 3 is also going to be added to the queue because it's a requirement, right? If we go show information, requirements, shield operation level 3. So as long as we have shield operation level 3 trained, we're able to train shield compensation. So that's all of the shield certificates. These are just the recommended skills to help out your ship. So small hybrid turret, 5% bonus to small hybrid turret damage. So we could train to level 2. And you can see it turns blue, so it means it's added to the training queue. Then we can train to level 3. Then maybe they even unlock new guns. Level 3 medium hybrid turret. Alright, so if you ever want to use medium hybrid turrets, you do need level 3 small hybrid turrets anyways, so that's perfect. And then if we go to rapid firing, 4% bonus to attack rate of all weapon turrets. So let's add that to the training queue. And then sharpshooter 2, 5% bonus to weapon turret optimal range. So it'll allow you to shoot the enemies from farther away. Then the motion prediction, 5% bonus to turret tracking speed. So it'll allow you to be more accurate and hit smaller ships better. Then surgical strike, 3% bonus to damage of all weapon turrets. So all of your weapon turrets, your small hybrid turrets, your medium hybrid turrets, and your large hybrid turrets should all get increased damage. So you're not specifically training for a super ridiculous ship, you're specifically training everything that's going to help it out anyways. Because the actual training of these ships themselves, they don't actually take too long to train. Trajectory analysis, 5% bonus to weapon accuracy fall offs. This is also going to make you more accurate. So it's saying in order to train from level 1 to level 3, it's going to take 21 hours. So that's our longest training skill yet. If we go to tackling, it's going to recommend propulsion jamming. So we can train that to level 2. So that's basically how we could start out working on combat really early. We could just go look at those. Certificate level 3 says it's going to take 38 days to train. So eventually we could work on this. But if we look at our destroyers, right? If we go to the skill tree, go to Caldari Destroyer, go to one of these ships. If we show information, and if we go to Certificate Mastery 2, they're actually the same, so we're actually working on the destroyer and the frigate and the cruiser at the same time, all of their abilities. So it's going to recommend exactly the same things. So basically, when these are all trained, we're going to be really good at flying all of these ships. And then, like, even if we go to cruiser, if we just show information, and then we just go to these ships that unlocks. If we go to the MOA, that's going to be the hybrid turret one. So if we wanted the level 1 certificate, we could train. It's going to take 4 hours. The thing that we need is medium hybrid turret. So medium hybrid turret level 1, so 25 minutes. We need small hybrid turret level 3. Looks like we're going to be learning that in the process. So if we right click here and view market details, maybe it's even in the shop. So it costs 125,000. We could double click this to buy medium hybrid turret. And then we just go to our inventory for any skill books that we have bought. And then we go down here, hover over the book, say inject the skill. And then we can just add that. So even we could start working a little bit towards the cruisers. Basically, everything's already trained except for medium hybrid turret, or at least it's on the training skill tree. So if we train to level 1, then we'll be able to use medium hybrid turrets. And we'll basically have the level 1 certificate for the MOA as well. let's say level 2 certificate. Weapon upgrades, we're training that. So the only difference would probably be the medium hybrid turret. So it's going to take 13 hours to train to level 3. Although there's going to be ways to speed up training, right? You're going to be able to speed up training somehow. So it's not actually going to take that long. And then navigation, we're already training that one. Shield tanking, we're already training that one. And tackling. So basically, all 3 of the beginning ships we're going to have level 2 mastery in 4 days. And it's just training our ships, so yeah, we'll just leave it like that. We can train that anytime, because they give you a destroyer to start with anyways. Then the Caldari cruiser, you'd probably want to spend your money on books or other things instead. We just want to see if it's possible to make a sick destroyer and frigate compared to the other things and actually do something with them. So there we go, there's all of our skills. There's the skills we're going to train for the beginning. Alright, so it's still going to be 4 hours until we can fly the destroyer, although we just completed all the career agents. So the industry career agent, we delivered the Bantam. Basically they give you this ship. For one of the missions, and then you just never use it, because if you show information, it's just for remote shield booster. So I don't think you really need that on day 1. So you could just repackage the Bantam, and then you can complete the quest. This is going to tell you to make the ship, because they actually gave you a blueprint, right? If you go here, use the blueprint. It's going to require all these materials. It's going to take forever, so we just always use the ship that they give us, and then you'll get a badger for a reward, so we could complete the mission. Then we also get a faction standing against Caldari, right? So if we go to our character sheet, if we go to interactions, Caldari stage is now 0.96, so that's going to keep going up actually. And we already pretty much have like pretty close to like 10 million or something. We have a whole bunch of money. So Scourge rockets, if you were to use the blueprint, it would take you like 46 minutes to make this item. So instead of spending the 46 minutes making the item, you could just go right click these Scourge rockets, view market details. Then there actually was a whole bunch in here, right? So if we just bought like 1,000, that's what we needed. It only cost like less than 4,000 ISK. So just buy these Scourge rockets, complete the mission. That's another one done. 1.11 Caldari Estate. Advanced military career. Go destroy the final enemy. Granted items the Comrade. So we can't actually use it until we learn these skills. So as soon as we learn the destroyer, we could fly those as well. But we do have frigates to fly, so that one's completed. Then we go to gas site scanning. So we did all the scanning things. We scanned all these sites again. And then we did the military career path. So we defeated the enemy, find him and defeat him, complete the mission. So that's the career ages. Yes, we have over $10 million still, even after buying books. It looks like we got another reward, maybe for bounty payout or something. But anyways, just doing the career agents, you're gonna start with 10 million. That should probably be quite a bit. We already bought some skills to train. And then in the skill tree, we're just trying to master the combat ships. Frigate, the destroyer. We're trying to master the certificates, right? Show info, mastery. So we're just gonna get these, and then we're gonna have to figure out what do you do after the career agents are done, because you probably have some ships. So we have the Merlin. The Merlin's pretty good. Has the afterburner, it can go almost 1,000 miles per second. The small shield booster, civilian deflection shield, and then the stasis weapifier. And then the 3 overdrives just to increase the speed, and then some light electron blasters, and then Gatling railguns. So if we didn't destroy our neutron blaster, we could probably use it, because it probably is a pretty decent weapon. So if we go show info about the blaster, maybe if we view market details, there's some in these stations, but could be expensive or something, so we're not going to do it that way. These are just fine. 2 electron blasters, and then the 75mm railgun. Those will be perfect for the Merlin. Then you just put it with the antimatter charges, and then you got some iron charges in here. So we could stack all, clean up the inventory. I don't think we really need these at the moment. We could drag them to the item hanger, and then these to the item hanger, and then these to the item hanger. So there we go. Now our ship is ready to go to figure out what to do here. So interactions. So you could pretty much do anything, right? We could do level 1 missions, level 2 missions. We can't quite do them yet. Or we could go to combat sites. We don't know how this ship is going to do in the combat sites, but we're going to have to figure that out. So we'll come back again. We just came back to say we completed the career agents and we're got $10 million already. Alright, so we've been here for like an hour, maybe an hour and a half or something. We've just been trying to decide what to do because there's so many places. So basically we could go to the regional market. And then if we search for something, like if we were just searching for ammunition and charges, missiles, we could just go light missiles. We could go standard light missiles, scourge missiles. We could click on it. And then basically we're just looking for the I Choose You trade hub. So I think that's where we're gonna base off of. It's right next to the main trading hub, and then you could undock there, and then you can stay in space and look around, and it'd be a perfect place to learn. Maybe there's the Caldari Navy. So the surefire way to find this place would be to open the map on the left hand side. Like if you cannot find the place, and then you just search Sobaski. So on the right hand side on the map here, you would search SOBASEKI. Yes, and then it would come up, and then you should be able to pick on one of these stations. Yeah, just go to any of these stations, set the destination. Although we're looking for the trade hub, so it's not going to show up here. So we could just set destination to one of these stations here, and then our destination should be set here. So we're just going to leave with the Merlin essentially. We're just going to leave with our one ship. We're going to leave the other ships behind. So we could leave these behind. We could actually bring them with us maybe. Or we could just buy one at the trade hub. So we could bring our ship, just bring some ammunition, the antimatter, the iron charges, the afterburner, your shields, overdrive, some ammunition, and then we could dock from the station. So all of the career agents are done. We got a cool $10 million in our pocket. So we were gonna do a bit of other things too. We weren't gonna do combat right away. We were gonna do more industry and delivery, and maybe playing with the market, searching the galaxy for good prices on items. Maybe fly around, pick up items to buy, and then sell at another station. We're gonna try doing that anyways. If you look at the regional market, you could see there's different prices for everything. Yeah, if we just click on them, say 15 to 16 to 20, so maybe we could try to sell it for more, or we could put buy offers in for something, right? People are trying to sell items, maybe we could buy them for cheaper. So we could put a whole bunch of cheap buy offers in on the first day, and hope to buy a bunch of things. So we're gonna have to figure out a place to base out of, and then when we get to this place, when we get to the I Choose You market, we could basically go to the agency and try to find any nearby agents for Caldari Navy, and then maybe run some missions for them, and then get some loyalty points, and then go into industry, create some ammunition or a whole bunch of other things, and then a whole bunch of invention. So we're going to be doing a whole bunch more things this series. We'll come back when we arrive at the station. Alright, so we just arrived. We warped 0 kilometers from the station, and then if we look on the right hand side, we could look down on the maps and maybe scroll down and try to find it. So there's going to be other factories here too. So then I guess the easiest way to find it, we had trouble finding it inside the factory. So if you look on the right hand, you're going to see engineering complexes, citadels. So these are actually owned by other players, and they're going to give you bonuses when you're doing any type of industry or invention in them. So we're basically just looking for the I Choose You market. So we could right click it, and we could say we could dock at that station. Or we could just warp within 0 kilometers. That's alright. So we could cancel the warp. Right click, warp within 0 kilometers. Alright, so now when you're nearby any player-owned station, you're actually going to be tethered. So you're going to be protected. Nobody could target you or attack you. I don't know if they could target you. They just can't attack you or anything. So you're completely safe at the player station. So you could literally sit out here for hours and just look around and watch people and get more comfortable in space. Like there's a carousel over here. He just warped out somewhere. So we could just dock up at the station. We could click it. We could dock at the station. And then we could even look at the market. We could see what is here, because this is supposed to be kind of like one of the main markets right beside Jeddah. Because if we were to go to the star map, well, I guess we could always just find them on the marketplace. So if we just go to the regional market here on the left, we just basically searching for any type of items that should be within range. So we're just looking for missiles. If we go to the little settings here on the market, we click range filter to region, standard light missiles, view details. So the Jeddah market is not going to be coming up because we're not actually in the same solar system. So that's also good and bad in a way, because when people are going to be looking for items, the prices are going to be completely different here. So it's a really good place where you can just fly between and check the prices between the main trade hub and then here. Or if you find another section in space, you could maybe bring items to that section of space and then sell them for a higher price. So if we go to the map here, we go search. If we search for JITA, so Jeddah would be the main trade hub. It's actually just next door, right? If we were to click it and set destination, it would say 1 jump away. So we're just gonna look to see what's in this place. So, well, I guess anything within the region, it would show more things. So say we wanted to search for Scourge light missiles, like 10 to 12 here. So it's a little bit different price than the starting areas. You could even bring items to the starting areas and help those people by selling items there. So we're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do now, because we arrived at our main trade hub. If we go to industry, so reprocessing, it can't reprocess here. There's only trading here. So if we go to the top left of the Neocom menu, we go to industry, we click on industry, and if we have a facility selected, it'll show all the facilities that are around us. Yeah, just as soon as it loads, I guess. Sometimes there's so many things to load up. So if we're looking for a specific activity, say we're looking for material efficiency research, it would show all the nearby places with material efficiency research. So actually, this thing, I don't think it changes. Like you could see other things within the system. Yeah, because we could see Jeddah 4 Moon 6 Caldari. Jeddah 4 is probably going to be 1 jump away too. Jeddah 4 Moon 4 Caldari Navy Assembly Plant. So this is actually the main trading hub right here. So you could actually find it in the industry window. So you could set your destination here or show info. So you wouldn't really want to make anything directly at the factory since it doesn't have any bonuses, right? So we could say this one might have bonuses. It's a low system cost index, although it's not really good for invention. Probably be better for construction. So we're just gonna look for an invention place for the first little bit. So 8, 9. So we could even jump a few jumps out, right? We don't have to be in this system. So we could scroll down the list. Say 15, 23, 10. So this one's really good probably then. So it's like 2 jumps away. So we could right click, we could set our destination. Then we're gonna have to learn some industry skills. And then we could maybe do delivery missions while we're waiting or something. So we're gonna have to get some blueprints as well.